Once upon a time in the village of Obodozi, there lived a middle aged man named Arinze Ilo and his beautiful wife Ugone. They were blessed with two daughters and yearned for a son to complete their family. After years of hoping, their prayers seemed answered when Ugone became pregnant again. The daughters, aged and schooled, were thrilled at the prospect of a new sibling, praying alongside their parents for a brother. Months passed and the day of delivery finally arrived. Mazi Arins paced nervously outside the delivery room, eager to meet his son. At last, the moment he had dreamed of came true. Ugon miraculously delivered a baby boy, and Arins, overjoyed, cried out loudly, announcing the arrival of the boy to his household. His daughters hugged each other, giggling with laughter. They finally had a brother. However, their joy was short lived. When the midwife left, Arends went to see both mother and child. Finally, my wife, he exclaimed with a beaming smile. We have a son. My husband, Ugon responded coldly, her voice devoid of joy. What is the matter? Are you all right? Arins asked, already confused and fearful. Our son is born different, Ugon hesitantly revealed. How? Ugon? Arins asked hurriedly, unwrapping the bundle of joy, only to discover that his newborn son's hand was withered, bearing a blemish. I see, Arins exclaimed, his joy fading, but realizing that his reaction could hurt Ugun, who was still recovering from childbirth. He consoled himself and concealed his pain. It was a time of concern and pain, but the family struggled to maintain hope and gratitude for the new addition to their family. Despite the challenges they anticipated for their son, Mazi, being a brave, kind, and mature man, was determined to ensure his son would grow up complete, just like his other children. As months passed and he bonded with his son, whom they named Didi, he saw only a boy with a promising future. Unknowingly, his actions greatly supported his devastated wife. As she watched her husband bond with their son, her joy grew and knew no bounds. She too resolved in her heart to raise the handsome son just like the others without lowering her expectations. A year later, Didi was able to stand and walk. He was lovely to behold, although he sometimes struggled with his hand. Realizing he was not alone, his older sisters were always there to encourage and teach him how to navigate life with or without a whole hand. Didi's disability in his right hand meant he had to adapt, often using his left hand, which was frustrating at times. However, the encouragement and support from his parents and lovely sisters ensured he didn't succumb to depression. As Didi grew and started schooling with his older sisters, he was often teased about his hand, but his mother always reassured him. Yes, Didi, my son, you're a little different, but you are a complete, handsome child. Your hand makes you unique, she would encourage, filling him with hope. Years passed and Didi excelled in school, showcasing his intelligence and a rare gift for calculation and mind reading. His uniqueness, initially a source of rejection, became a reason for admiration, drawing his peers closer. Didi was indeed special, born with a hand of wonders, a gift that both his family and he were yet to fully understand. When Didi was 10 years old, he began experiencing recurring dreams that deeply puzzled him, and he shared them with his parents. In these dreams, his withered hand appeared whole and normal, just like the other parts of his body. Most strangely, the hand seemed to be charged with energy, glowing and burning like a coal of fire, radiating a reddish hue. However, upon waking, everything reverted to normal. These visions were not only confined to his dreams, sometimes, even while awake, Didi would glance at his hand and feel an intense burning sensation, as if it were indeed enveloped in flames. This physical sensation accompanying the visions made them even more bewildering. His parents were equally perplexed by these accounts. When Didi described his nightly visions and the fiery sensation, his father immediately sensed that these were no ordinary dreams. Living in a time when faith deeply intertwined with daily life, Mazi knew not to dismiss these spiritual experiences. He recognized the need for deeper understanding, as these were signs that suggested a divine element at work in Didi's life. Mazi Arinze knew he needed spiritual counsel concerning his son's extraordinary experiences, but before he could seek advice, an unexpected visitor arrived one evening. It was Mazi Okike, a seer renowned for his ability to predict the future. In his era, people like him were revered for their gifts, which he used to serve and preserve his community. Standing at the doorstep with a gentle smile, Mazi Okike greeted the household warmly. Peace to this household, he announced. Welcome, seer, Mazi Arinze replied, his face a mixture of hope and anticipation. We are just about to eat. We would be honored if you joined us. Thank you, Mazi, but my visit is brief. I came to see your son, Didi, the seer responded, his gaze fixed on the curious young boy. You know him by name? Mazi Arinze asked, taken aback. But you shouldn't be surprised, Mazi, the seer remarked with a knowing smile. I haven't made my presence known before, but I'm well aware of the special child you have here. That's why I'm here to usher him into his realm. His realm? The family echoed, puzzled. His realm of bringing unimaginable solutions. I was informed of his presence in your home, and that's why I've come. Do not be afraid when you start witnessing incomprehensible events around him. He carries much power, and his withered hand is not a blemish, but a sign that through it solutions will arise. Support him. Welcome, Didi, he finally said, placing his hand on Didi to bless him. Whenever you're confused, remember, you have someone like me. All right, sir, young Didi managed, still trying to grasp the unfolding events. Shortly after the seer's visit, Didi began to see clear manifestations of his abilities. That very day, Mazi Arinze had returned home from the farm with a keg of palm wine, placing it safely on a table in the living room, anticipating a family dinner. Didi, thirsty and hurried, came in seeking a drink. I see you're in a rush, son, his father commented, smiling warmly, especially mindful of the seer's words. Before Arins could hear his son's reply, a loud crash echoed through the room. Rushing in, he found the palm wine keg shattered on the floor, with Didi staring at it, fear in his eyes. What happened here? Mazi Arins inquired gently. The palm wine, Papa. It's broken, and everything's ruined. Didi stuttered, visibly upset. It's just an accident, my son, Mazi reassured him, approaching to comfort him. Let me clean this up, Didi insisted, bending down to pick up the fragments. Be careful, my son. The shards are sharp. Let me handle it, his father cautioned, about to intervene. But as soon as Didi's hand touched the broken pieces, the entire keg and its contents miraculously reassembled, intact, as if never broken. Chimu! Didi exclaimed in astonishment, stepping back from the restored keg. The old man was right, Mazi whispered under his breath, his voice filled with awe. What? Papa? Didi asked, still in shock. My son, Mazi exclaimed, you fixed it. Your hand is indeed miraculous. Me? Didi could only gasp as he looked at his father, tears welling in his eyes. And so began Didi's mission. His fame soon spread far and wide, and with each new manifestation of his gift, he faced all challenges with the seer's guidance. The once overlooked boy became a beacon of hope, his gift opening doors and changing perceptions. The blemish was no longer seen as such, but as a source of miraculous solutions. Remember, do not let appearances define you. Explore your inner strengths, and you may be surprised at how far you can go. Parents, love your children equally. Love refines and enhances our lives. The end. Please subscribe and share with your loved ones, and stay tuned for more captivating stories.